your English podcast.
Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this special episode. I am really happy to have you here with me today. Thank you for choosing to listen. Today, we will talk about something many people feel but don't always speak about, comparing ourselves to others. This is a very common feeling, and it can make learning English or doing anything in life much harder. But I hope by the end of this talk, you will feel better and have new ideas to stop this habit and start feeling happier with your own progress. Let's start with the question, what does it mean to compare yourself to someone else? When you compare, you look at another person, maybe their life, skills, looks, or success, and then look at yourself. You ask, am I better or worse than them? Maybe you see someone who speaks English better, learns faster, has a better job, or looks more attractive. Then you start thinking about what you don't have or who you are not. This is comparison. Everyone does this sometimes. It happens at school when you see a classmate who always gets good grades or is better at sports. You might think, why am I not as smart as they are? Or at work, you see a colleague getting a promotion or a raise, and you feel like you are behind. You might compare your appearance to someone on social media and feel you are not beautiful enough or not as successful as they seem. Social media can make this feeling worse. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, people show the best parts of their lives: beautiful clothes, nice holidays, happy faces. But what you don't see are the days when they feel sad or tired, make mistakes, or struggle. The pictures and videos are often edited or carefully chosen. This creates a false idea of perfect life, and you may feel small, thinking everyone is better than you. Even learning English can bring these unhealthy comparisons. Maybe you hear someone speaking very fluently and think their English is perfect. My English is terrible. You watch videos with difficult words and feel slow or not smart enough. Remember, you only see their finished result. You don't see how many times they studied hard, made mistakes, and practiced. Everyone has a journey, a story behind their skill. This quiet voice of comparison often comes from fear: fear of not being loved, fear of not being good, fear of not reaching your goals. But this fear is not true. You are not less because someone else is better at something. You are not slow because others learn faster. You are you, and that is more than enough. Everyone has a different life, a different path, and a different time. Just because someone is ahead today doesn't mean they will stay ahead forever. And just because you feel behind now doesn't mean you won't catch up. Comparison is natural, but too much of it becomes a problem. When you compare yourself to others too much, it steals your happiness. It makes it hard to see how far you've come. You forget to enjoy your achievements. You lose focus on your own goals and your own story. It is like walking your own road, but always looking at someone else's road. You might trip or fall because you are not paying attention to where you're going. So, the first important step is to notice when you compare yourself to others. When the thought, they are better than me, comes to your mind, stop for a moment. Ask yourself, why am I thinking this? Is this thought helpful or kind? Usually, the answer is no. This person's life and success are not your failure or loss. They are just different from your journey. I want to tell you a story about a young woman named Emma. Emma is learning English every day. She watches videos, listens to podcasts, and practices speaking. But one day, she hears her classmate speaking confidently. The classmate uses big words, sounds fluent, and Emma feels small. In her mind, she thinks, I will never speak like that. What's the point of trying? Because she compares herself to her classmate, Emma begins to feel sad and tired. She loses confidence and stops talking in class. She even thinks of quitting English. But her skills don't disappear. She is still learning, still improving. The problem is her mind created a lie. I am not good enough. That lie stopped Emma from growing. This is how comparison works. It takes away your joy and your energy. It makes you forget your own accomplishments. It is easy to look at others and feel you don't measure up. But what really matters is your own journey, your efforts, your small steps, and your progress. Now, let's think about a man named Omar. Omar started a new job and worked hard to learn his tasks. But he sees a friend on social media with a better job, a nice car, and fun holidays. Omar feels behind. He thinks, why can't I be like him? He forgets he just started and is learning. He forgets that his friend may have started years ago or had different help. Omar feels unhappy and less motivated at work. But this sadness comes from comparison, not reality. Omar is growing, and he has his own path. Everyone moves at a different speed. Life is not a race. Remember, you should be proud of your own journey. Your steps matter, no matter how small. When you focus on your path, you will notice your own wins. Maybe last month you could say only a few sentences. Now you can speak for 2 or 3 minutes without stopping. Maybe last week you learned 5 new words. That is success. Small progress is important. It moves you forward. Each step counts. When you stop comparing, you take energy back. Instead of spending your time feeling bad, you use your time to learn, practice, and grow. This is when real change happens. I want you to feel good about yourself, like Emma and Omar are learning to do. They stopped looking at others all the time. They focused on their own work. They started to feel happy again. Their English improved. It can happen for you too. Remember, everyone's life is different. Everyone has different teachers, times, and goals. You are on your own special path, and that's wonderful. Before we finish this part, try this exercise. Think about someone you admire, maybe a good English speaker, a teacher, or a friend. Now think. They have their own story and their own time. I have mine. I am doing my best. My journey is important. Keep these words in your mind whenever you feel the urge to compare. Let's move from understanding why comparing yourself is unhelpful to learning what you can do instead. There are easy steps you can take that will help you feel better and grow faster. The first helpful idea is to focus on your own goals, not on what other people are doing. Your goals are personal and just for you. Maybe you want to learn 10 new words this week, or maybe your goal is to practice speaking for 5 minutes a day. Keep your goals simple, small, and clear. Instead of thinking, I want to sound like that famous YouTuber, say, I want to be a little more confident this month. Small, personal goals help you move forward without pressure. The second tip is to celebrate every step of your progress. Don't wait for big wins to feel happy. If you understood a grammar point, used a new word in a conversation, or just spoke English today, that's progress. Say to yourself, I'm proud of what I did. You can write your progress in a notebook. When you feel tired or like you didn't do much, look at your notes. You'll see how many steps you have taken. Third, be careful with social media. Social media is full of beautiful pictures, fun stories, and people showing their best moments. It's easy to feel small when all you see is other people's success. But remember, social media is not the full story. People don't show their mistakes, their hard work, or tough days. Try to spend less time on apps that make you compare yourself. Instead, use that time to read, listen to English, or just relax. Another way to feel happier is to practice gratitude. Gratitude means being thankful for what you have, even if it's not everything you want. Every day, try to think of 3 things you're thankful for. Maybe you are grateful for your family, for a friend, for your health, for your teacher, or just for the chance to learn English. Gratitude brings more peace and helps you see the value in your own life. It's also good to remember your strengths, not just your mistakes. Every person has good qualities. Maybe you are kind or helpful. Maybe you work hard. Maybe you're good at listening or cooking or drawing. Make a list of things you like about yourself. Read it when you feel down. It's a small act, but it helps you remember that you are enough and you can improve your English too. Finally, practice patience and kindness with yourself. Learning something big, like English, takes time. Some days you will feel strong, other days you will feel tired. That's normal. Don't rush, and don't expect to be perfect. Just do your best every day. Over time, all your small steps will add up, and you'll be amazed how far you've come. Let's look at a short story. A young man named Alex had the habit of comparing himself to everyone in his English class. He always felt like he was the slowest and started to lose hope. One day, he decided to change. He wrote his own small goal for the week, to speak for 2 minutes every day, not worrying about mistakes. Each time he finished, he felt proud. Little by little, he enjoyed learning again. He still saw classmates who were better, but he learned to focus on his own progress. You can do the same as Alex. Start today by setting a small, personal goal. Celebrate your steps, even if they seem small. With patience, you will see progress. Now, let's talk about building good habits that make your own progress feel more real and make it easier to focus on yourself, not others, especially when things get hard. Building a new habit is like planting a small seed. You water it a little each day. In the beginning, you might not see anything, but after some time, a green shoot appears, then a small plant, and one day it's a tall tree. Progress in English is the same. If you practice speaking or writing or listening every day, even just for 5 minutes, your confidence will slowly grow, just like the tree. One day, you'll look back and be surprised by how much you've changed. Start with what is easy and possible for you. Maybe you repeat 3 sentences in English every morning. Maybe you try to write a short note in English every evening. Maybe you listen to a short English podcast during your lunch break. These little routines become your habits. If you miss a day, don't be upset. Just start again the next day. Progress is not lost from one mistake. What matters most is coming back and trying again. It also helps to create a daily or weekly success log. Write down one thing you did well in English at the end of each day or week. It can be small, like, I spoke to my friend in English for 2 minutes, or I learned 5 new words, or I finished listening to a podcast. When you see many successes in your log, you will feel motivated. Whenever you notice you are starting to compare yourself, maybe you hear someone speaking better, or you see a post on social media that makes you feel small, pause and take a breath. Remind yourself, my path is different. My successes are my own. Use this moment to look at your list of personal achievements or goals. Let's remember Emily's new approach. She decided that every time she heard a negative thought about herself, she would say, "Stop. I am doing my best." She also made a habit to thank herself for every effort, like reading an English article or speaking out loud. This repeated self-kindness slowly changed her thinking. Try to connect your English practice with things you enjoy. Like music? Try learning a new song in English. Like cooking? Watch a quick recipe video in English and try to follow. Like drawing? Describe your drawing out loud, step by step. When your practice is interesting, it feels easier. Share your small wins with a friend, family member, or your teacher. Say, "Today I said hello to a new person in English," or "I learned a funny new word today." Sharing makes your achievement feel real. Also, don't forget to thank yourself. It can be as small as saying, "Good job, me," after practice. Self-appreciation builds confidence and makes you want to try again tomorrow. And please, remember, some days will be hard. That is normal. On those days, go easy on yourself. Maybe just listen to a song, repeat a few phrases, or watch a favorite video. Progress is about keeping the habit, not pushing hard every single day. Here is another little story. Mia and Leo were both learning English. Mia often worried that Leo learned new words faster. One day, instead of thinking how slow she was, Mia decided to write down each new word she learned, even if it was just 1 or 2 per day. After 3 weeks, she saw how much her paper was full. She realized she was growing too, just in her own way. After this, she stopped worrying about Leo and started to enjoy her own improvement. You can do this too. Use a notebook, an app, or simple sticky notes to record your growth. Over weeks and months, you will notice your skills getting stronger. You should be proud of yourself for caring about your own growth. Now, as we finish, let's remember why your journey matters, why it is special, and why you never need to compare yourself to anyone else. Every person's path in life is different. Some people start early, some learn quickly, some take more time, and some need to pause along the way. This is not a problem. It's just life. Learning English, or anything new, is not a race. It is a long walk that you take at your own speed. It is okay to stop and rest when you are tired. It is okay to walk slowly. What is important is that you are still moving forward. Whenever you feel the urge to compare yourself to someone else, try to remember all the things you have already done. Maybe it's one new word, one small conversation, one big effort to listen and understand. Every step forward is success. From now on, make it a habit to celebrate your wins. This could be writing in a journal, sharing with a friend, or saying, "I did it," out loud. Focus on the things you can do, no matter how small. If you look for progress, you will find it. Another tip for the future: give yourself time. There are good days and slow days. Sometimes you go fast, and sometimes you make small steps. That is normal for everyone. Nobody improves in a straight line. You are building a new skill, and sometimes it takes months or years. That's okay. If you ever feel sad because others seem faster or better, stop and breathe. Tell yourself, "My journey is mine, and it's important." Remind yourself of your goals and the changes you want for you, not for anyone else. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Do not be afraid of mistakes. They are your best teachers. Every time you get something wrong, you learn how to do it right. When you try, you grow. When you try again, you change. You are not behind. You are simply becoming your best self. Let's remember the stories. Emma and Omar, Alex, Emily, Mia, and Leo, they all learned, grew, and felt better when they stopped comparing and started focusing on themselves. You can be like them. You can be even better than you think if you keep your eyes on your own path. So, as we finish, here is my message to you. You are enough. You are already doing something amazing for your future by learning English and caring about your growth. You have your own strengths, dreams, and story. Honor your achievements, show gratitude for your opportunities, and keep moving forward, step by step. Whenever you feel the old voice of comparison returning, remember, don't let it steal your joy. Your progress is real. You are building something special. You are strong, brave, and worthy of success. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you feel more positive and more focused on your own goals. Keep learning, keep trying, and be proud of every little victory. The world needs your story, just as it is. Until next time, take care, be kind to yourself, and enjoy every step of your beautiful journey. You've got this.